What if we should Timmy's here? Now, of course, September is pretty much coming up, and lots of really interesting to look forward to in the month of September. So, here are my official top 10 anticipated movies that is set for release this month. Alright, coming in at number 10, I'm going to go with Clerks 3. Now, of course, this is going to be a fan event release, but it's still a release, I guess you could say. And I'm looking forward to check out Clerks 3. I mean, I am really a big Kevin Smith fan. I've always loved his movies, from the original Clerks to Jay and Silent Bob. So seeing Clerks, make a comeback is going to be intriguing. We do got Jay and Silent Bob returning here. The trailer I thought looked really fun. So I'm looking forward to check out Clerks 2 when it premieres at Fan Event. So I'm definitely gonna be watching this thing when it premieres because I I can't get enough of Kevin Smith. He's always been super awesome. I mean, yeah, of course, just this movie alone also does look like a very personal film for Smith as well. So that also has me intrigued. All right, coming in at number nine, I'm gonna go with the film Barbarian. Now, Barbarian, of course, stars former It star Bill Skarsgård. You got Justin Long's also in this. This looks this looks terrifying. I mean, if you guys don't know much about the story here, it's where like a young woman discovers the rental home she booked is already occupied by a stranger. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the night, but soon discovers there's a lot more to fear than just an unexpected house guest. And yeah, this trailer here just looks really terrifying here. Looks intriguing. I mean, I'm definitely interested to check this one out when it premieres. I mean, the movie actually did screen for some folks, and some of the social media reaction I've been hearing about this is saying this is one of the creepiest films of the year. I mean, as of right now, my favorite horror movie of the year is still The Black Phone. Could this, I don't know, beat The Black Phone? Who knows? All right, because I mean, of course, this is September, and October is also Spooky Mama month, like Cedric Film says. So, God. All right, coming in at number eight, I'm gonna go with "Don't Worry, Darling." Now, of course, this is again a little bit controversial because the whole Shia LaBeouf and Olivia Wilde incident and everything like that. I don't care about the whole controversy there because this movie does look great. I mean, it is directed by Olivia Wilde, who's coming off of Booksmart. You do got Florence Pugh starring. Harry Styles is also in this. Chris Pine. It looks really intriguing. Looks very psychological. Look, I mean, I don't know if I really consider it a horror. It looks more like a psychological thriller, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out because not to mention you got Florence Pugh, who is literally become one of my favorite actresses in the business right now. So hopefully this could be something really decent. All right, coming in at number seven, I'm gonna go with Pearl. Now, of course, Pearl ended up like the movie X, which is actually like a prequel to, and X is of course in my top 10 favorite horror movies of the year. That film was much better than had any intention of being. Made one of A24's best horror movies in my opinion. And so Pearl is of course like the prequel of the old lady here, and I still cannot believe that the old lady in X was also Mia Goth. Speaking of Shia LaBeouf, who of course, I guess say Mia Goth is like Shia LaBeouf's baby out here, but still, yeah, I mean, of course, Mia Goth did appear in X as well, the old lady there too, which I remember seeing X. I was like, who the heck is playing the old lady? Then I was trying to look, and it turns out it was literally Mia Goth also playing the character. And of course, there was like that little teaser that was shown at the end of X. I mean, this does look really intriguing to see. It looks I don't know if it's gonna be as good as X, but it is from the same director of Ty West. I mean, I'm really interested to check this one out when it premieres. All right, so coming in at number six, got Hocus Pocus, long way follow up to 1994's Hocus Pocus, and I always liked the original film. I mean, it's definitely a childhood fave of mine. The original cast members like Bette Miller, Captain Jimmy, and Sarah Jessica Parker returning with some new additions and all. So yeah, I mean, I know there are a lot of people who are not a fan of the sequel array because some obvious reasons. But I don't care. I think the trailer, the little teaser that got released not so long ago, looks interesting. We'll probably get a new trailer pretty soon. I'm guessing maybe either at D23 or whenever. But I look forward to see where they have to take Hocus Pocus 2 out. I mean, it's literally number of years since the last film. So I don't know. Could this be the Top Gun Maverick of Hocus Pocus films? Who knows? All right. Uh, all right. Coming in at number five, I am of course gonna go with the Woman King. Now, this is also getting some propaganda and hate already for obvious reasons. But the Woman King looks really cool. I mean, you do got Viola Davis, who is playing a fierce woman right here, directed by Gina Prince Byfoot, who's directed some really good movies I've enjoyed over the years, and this does look like a really interesting film to check out. Let me pull up the plot here. Now, of course, you do got John Boyega is also in this, who is also always great. Now, let me, of course, read off the plot so you know why there are so many people who are hating this film already. A historical epic inspired by true events that happened in the kingdom of Dahomey, one of the most powerful states of Africa in the 18th century and 19th centuries. And so, yeah, there's just like a pro agenda of like bias of people who are really already bashed this. I mean, they're all lame crybabies that are hating the idea that it's pretty much a woman king here. So yeah, you know how crybabies are nowadays. But this does look interesting. I mean, come on, it's Viola Davis after all. She is also one of the actresses there is. She has an Oscar on her mantle for a reason. So I checked this one out premieres. All right. Coming in at number four, I'm gonna go with the greatest beer run ever. Now, this is of course from director Pierre Fairley, who is best known for co-directing comedies with his brother Bobby. They put out films like Dumb and Dumber. There's Something About Mary, but Pierre Fairley really ventured into solo territory when he directed Green Book, which of course won the Oscar for Best Picture. And the greatest beer run ever looks strange. Of course, here you got Zac Efron with Russell Crowe. You also got even got Bill Murray's also in this. Now, this movie is somehow based on a true story here, and it takes place in 1967, where John Chicky Donahue lives in New York to track down his leaves New York to track down his army buddies in Vietnam and share a few beers with them, but instead is confronted with the horrors of war. I mean, Zac Efron looks great in this. You got Russell Crowe, who is always terrific. This the whole true story aspect in this is intriguing to see. So yeah, I mean, I also do quite like but Pierre Fairley as well. So I mean, Green Book of obviously was one of my favorite movies of the year it got released. So seeing him really following that up with this could be really intriguing to see. Coming in at number two, uh, actually coming in at number two, I'm gonna go with Disney's Pinocchio film. Now, of course, the new trailer recently dropped for this, and this looks magnificent. You got Tom Hanks coming in this as Geppetto, directed by Forrest Gump director Rob Zemeckis. The effects of this thing looks terrific, looks intriguing. I mean, this movie looks just fascinating. Of course, this is not the only Pinocchio movie we got coming this year. Obviously, we got the Del Toro one also. So this is pretty much the year of Pinocchio. I mean, of course, we just had we I cannot believe I'm saying these words. We just had Paul Shaw voice Pinocchio. Now we got this. Now Del Toro. I mean, if you're a fan of Pinocchio, this is your year. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to see where they're gonna take this Pinocchio film to. Of course, it is a little bit of a shot-by-shot remake of the original with some new stuff. I'm from the looks of it. Obviously, there's no people smoking in here because Disney, obviously. But yeah, I'm really fascinated by this new Pinocchio film. I mean, Jimmy Cricket looks great. You got Luke Evans is in this. Hopefully, it'll be something decent. All right, my number one anticipated film of September is going to be unpopular because it is a little controversy and everything like that. My number one anticipated film is actually a Netflix release, and that is Blonde. Now, of course, Blonde is pretty much like the semi look of the life of Marilyn Monroe. You do got Ana de Armas, who is, of course, getting controversy because of her accent and her, playing Marilyn Monroe and everything. The trailers for this thing has looked good. I mean, for one, it is NC-17, so there's that. Directed by Andrew Dominic, whose last movie was Killing Them Softly and Assassination of Jesse James were both really good films. So I gotta say this trailer looks great. And you got Ana de Armas, who I'm a big fan of her. I mean, whether it's Knives Out, whether it's Knock Knock. I mean, she could have done a little better with Deep Water, but yeah, looks just magnificent. I mean, you do got some other cool cast members in this too. Like you got Bobby Cannavale in this, Adrian Brody. I mean, and Ana de Armas just looks fierce as Marilyn Monroe. I mean, we've seen other actresses who have portrayed the character Monroe at times. Obviously, Michelle Williams is a really good one, but I think Ana de Armas is gonna crush it here. I mean, I am so like I am at the her accent. Like I love Ana de Armas's accent. Don't get me wrong, but I guess I would agree that her coming out with the accent, um, did a little show me off in the trails, but I still think the Armas is gonna do great here. So I don't know. We'll wait and see how this thing shapes up. But the trail has looked really decent, so we shall see. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10 Clerks 3. Uh and oh dang, I cannot believe I forgot this one. Number 3, I cannot believe I left off 3. Uh my number 3 pick, I'm gonna go with Bros. Now of course, Bros is actually the first ever LGBTQ, like the first studio featuring LGBTQ cast, and I know this is getting lots of hate already, uh, but I'm not gonna lie, this is literally one of my anticipated comedies of the year. I mean, this looks really fun. You got Nicholas directing, who gave us Neighbors and Forgetting Sarah Marsha. Also got Billy Eichner, who I've always loved on Billy on the Street. I mean, I cannot believe I forgot I left off 3. That's a little embarrassing, but hey, mistakes happen, I guess. But still, Bros does look really fun. Produced by Judd Apatow. I mean, this movie looks like it'd be really cool to check out. So hopefully it'll be decent. Uh, but anyway, that being said, let me redo this one. 10 is of course Clerks 3, 9 Barbarian, 8 Don't Worry Darling, 7 Pearl, 6 Hocus Pocus 2, 5 The Woman King, 4 The Greatest Beer Run Ever, 3 Bros, 2 is of course Pinocchio, and number 1 is Blonde. Now there are some other films I could have also added as well. Let me pull some other films here. We of course got the new After movie. Who cares about that? There are some really cool, interesting horror films to look forward to. There is Smile. I would have had Smile on my list, but to be honest, despite the trailer looking okay, I mean, I'm not really too excited for it. I mean, I'm getting a bit of like a Truth or Dare vibe here, or probably like a Bye Bye Man vibe more here. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully, it'll be decent. All right. Other films to look forward to: My Best Friend's Exorcism, which just dropped its trailer. That looks really terrific. We got Walter Hill's new film, Dead for a Dollar. I mean, who does not love Walter Hill? Definitely not the Monsters. Who cares about that one? Oh, that looks so terrible. Of course, Jeepers Creepers 3. I can't wait for. Oh, Jeepers Creepers 4. I can't wait for. Of course, we got the re-release of Avatar coming out. Lena Dunham's Catherine Court birthday. Tyler Perry's Jasmine's Blue looks interesting on the come up. Uh, we still got Dark Harvest coming out, but we haven't even got a trailer for this thing, so I don't even think the movie's even coming out this year. We got that new Maya Hawke and Camille Mendes Netflix film called Do Revenge. See How They Run, which is a new murder mystery film. Let's see. Speak No Evil looks interesting. And The Road with Queen Latifah looks great. Another one, we also got the re-release of Jaws, which I'm actually gonna be seeing this week. We got the re-release of Spider-Man: No Way Home, which is supposed to have like some new footage or something like that. Gigi and Nate looks interesting. Got some. I mean, Hunk for Jesus Save Your Soul looks cool. I mean, got some really cool movies to look forward to. In the month of September. But let me leave you guys. I mean, obviously, lots of people are saying that September looks dead and everything. I mean, yeah, there is not like a block. Like we don't have like let's say a blockbuster this month, which we rarely have blockbusters in September. Let's be for real. So I don't know. We'll see how great September will be with some of these films. Should be interesting. Let me lead you guys. Which of these films are you excited for? Are you excited for Bros, Blonde, Pinocchio, The Greatest Beer Run Ever, Pearl, etc.? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon Saya.